What is up, everybody? Let me turn on, actually, you know what? I might be able to turn on the comments on my computer that I have with me. And then that way I can kind of see what everyone is saying. Hold on. Let us see, let us see. And I'll turn off the audio so that I'm not echoing in here. In a momento. How's everybody doing this Saturday? With all the freakiness going on in the world. Milcom the Mod is here. Let me see. Pop out the comment window. Pop out the chat. So, we are in lockdown, guys. New location. Nice. I have all the comments here in front of me on big screen. So, let's see. Samuel Levy's here. Milcom, the moderator, of course, is here. Wish I could send a wristy. Yeah, I know. If we could do like a meetup, that'd be cool. Mr. Shinobi. Lee Bishop, of course, is here. Jory Goodman. Kyle K says hello. Beer long, yeah. We can't say the V word. We can't say the C word, or else we get demonetized, which is, you know, huge bummer. As I said, I have no idea. Is here. Duda, drawing watches. Jeremiah says, "How are you?" So, how's everybody handling all of this? How's everybody doing? I've been trying to kill some time by working. We've been putting out as much content as possible. We film a week in advance, so the content hopefully will not slow down. All right, you're gonna be getting Monday, Wednesday, Friday episodes as best as possible. And aside from that, I've been chilling in my place, and as you can see, I have a pretty cool game room. So there's a lot of stuff for me to do. Very, very fortunate there. You know, I haven't had much time to play video games since starting these businesses, but now that I'm kind of forced to chill in my place, I have a whole lot of stuff to choose from. So right here, I don't know if you can see, I have a full like 90s TMNT collection because I was huge on Ninja Turtles. I have some really rare ones. I have a bunch of my Sega Saturn games because Sega Saturn was the first system I ever got. GameCube stuff, N64, SNES, and then that wall is covered as well. So just a whole bunch of stuff. I could probably start a retro game channel, but I will not because I'm not as passionate about that as I am with watches. So guys, cheers. This is more true than ever. I'd rather be camping. Let's be serious. I would rather be camping. Very good. All right. I don't have a mod chip in my Sega Saturn, but I do have the cartridge that allows me to play whatever game I want. I don't know if that's what you mean by mod chip, though. Let me read comments. Daniel Hernandez is here from South Texas. Tabraham says, we need a time teller subreddit. Well, why don't you just start it then? That'd be great. Sky Rice says, show me my next watch. What are you looking for, bro? As I said, I have no idea is rocking a Casio Royal. We're gonna do a wristwatch check. We're gonna do a wristwatch check. Don't worry, we're gonna wait until 100. We're almost there, actually, already. 92 people. Steve Don from the Philippines. What's going on? William J, certified T3 bot, is here. He says, hello all. I hope everyone is healthy and safe. Shock Duda says, Duda took your advice and bought the 30th anniversary Apollo 11 Omega Speedmaster instead of a used Zenith Chronomaster, and I'm loving that watch. Well, you made the right decision. We got a few people from Scotland. We got Robert Dickerson from Scotland and Ian Falconer. How are you guys? X9292 says, how are you working out during this quarantine? Let me show you. Well, I actually have them in the other room, but I've been using water jugs. I also have a 50-pound vest that I wear, and I've been doing a lot of mobility, body weight stuff, burpees, and sometimes I put that 50-pound vest in a bag, like a backpack, and I throw it around. So it's, you got to do what you got to do. I actually got a really nice shoulder burn though yesterday because I was doing like thrusters and push press and stuff with it. It felt good. The traps are lit up. But I do miss, going to the weight room. Car Guy is from Mass. What's going on, my fellow? Well, I'm not a Mass hole technically, but fellow New Englander. Jonathan Hernandez is from Tampa. Al, Certified Teeth Robot, says, sup, Jory, I didn't know you were such a hardcore gamer. Do you have a Sega Dreamcast? Yes. You have a Sega Dreamcast. I know this makes me look like a huge gamer, but I'm actually legitimately not a huge gamer because I just don't have time. Collecting the games was more fun than playing them, which is weird, I know, but I'm obsessed with the hunt. So, London. Matt Dude from London. Milk and the Moderator still has his Dreamcast. Amen to that. I could actually show you some cool games if you guys want to see that stuff, but Jay Anderson from Vietnam. Joy Oi. So, real quick, guys. I'm going to share with you some things that how do I play all those systems? In this game room, I have two tube televisions and a flat screen. So on the tube televisions, I play, my NES is hooked up to one, my SNES is hooked up to one. On the other one, which is a bigger screen, I have a Dreamcast, a Sega Saturn, and a PS2 on an adapter. And then here I have a 360, a Wii, and an N64 hooked up. So I'm good to go for the lockdown. All right. Another thing I've been playing, which I just restarted. This is my original Game Boy, and I've been playing Link's Awakening DX. Such a freaking good game. I'm about to go into the first dungeon. So another thing I've been doing. Yes, GameCube. Steven Simmons, I just said my GameCube's hooked up over there. But you know what's funny is I have another GameCube right here. So yeah, guys, if I got it, all right. Milcom the Moderator actually has a subreddit for the Time Teller channel. That's amazing. Do I play Call of Duty? Yes, I do play Call of Duty. But Zelda, if you couldn't tell, is my favorite game. I got Zelda Ocarina of Time. I have Zelda Majora's Mask in-box limited collector's edition. Huge Zelda guy. My son, Link, is named after the hero of time. So it's like a watch reference and a Zelda reference. Wow, there's a bunch of people already here. Let's do a wristwatch check. I don't know what you all are wearing, but I'm wearing Rolex Submariner 16800. Beautiful watch. You guys should all recognize that from the latest episode I did. What did I call it? Is the Invicta Pro Diver as good as the Rolex Submariner? Dan McCaslin, Certified T3 Bot, is here with that drip drip. Gypsy Bird Dog's mind is blown. Guys, I'm here in my game room because Los Angeles is in lockdown. But we're here chilling, guys. I mean, come on. I think that it would take me years to get any of the, like, even make a dent in any of this. Let me show you some of my favorite stuff. This is only maybe like, I don't know, this much space. This is there's a lot more stuff in here, but some of my favorite stuff is right here. I have all the Final Fantasy VII action figures because Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game, and this is Vincent from Final Fantasy VII. I also have Sephiroth. I have Cloud. I have all those guys, but heck yeah, just wanted to show that to you. Dan says, gonna run, not talking about watches, talking about toys and video games. Unfortunately, well, let me help you out, bro. You don't have to run, because I'm actually just gonna go ahead and ban you. Boom. It's crazy that people are so insensitive, you know, with all these, the trying times and the weird situation going on right now. It's weird how people are so entitled, as if this is his show, or as if, you know, he has any control of what I want to talk about on my channel. So I'm trying to, you know, all you hear on media, on your iPhone news, on any type of media, it's all the negative stuff. Let's talk about some happy stuff. Let's talk about some stuff that we're doing while on lockdown. So yeah. Freedom Van, cool room. I'm surprised you don't film there more often. Well, it's because I film in my office. So, do I have pets? Yes, I have 2 cats. So, but I'm here for you guys. You guys can, it's so funny. I'm here to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And this jerk is telling me that I'm not talking about the right stuff. Well, I'm talking about what, I'm just talking to you guys. Lee Bishop says Domino's being delivered now. Hey. Jason, well, this is a watch channel. Jason, it's actually just my channel. But don't worry, Jason. I'm going to help you out here by banning you. Gypsy Bird Dog with the super chat. Says Mario Kart on the 64 versus GoldenEye on the GameCube. GoldenEye on N64. GoldenEye wasn't on GameCube. GoldenEye was on N64. Anything cool coming up from the Time Teller shop? So we actually just sold a watch today, but I'm probably not going to add anything to the inventory until all of this stuff blows over. Because things are just very unstable right now, and I'm not going to be putting on any, like, I know a lot of other companies are doing sales right now, trying to get people to buy from them. I'm not going to take advantage of people right now when things are so inconsistent and crazy. Freedom Van, here's something happy. I got curbside pickup from a local website here. Fort Worth, Texas. They said they've been doing great even after the shutdown. Their dining room. Awesome. This is my game room, Paul. Illuminati, the moderator. This is a watch channel. Well, guys, if we're on lockdown, I'm gonna film where I can film. Don't get upset that I'm just grow up. Do I still have fast food in California? Yes, there is. Actually, all the restaurants are still open in California. Just delivery only, or like pickup only. So yeah. Will you do another T3 meetup? Well, I've never done a T3 meetup, but I probably will. Sam Jacob, please don't spam the comment section, or else I'm definitely not going to answer your comment. Did I check out the full square metal G-Shock mod upgrade kit? I've heard about it. I don't care about it because I don't like metal G-Shocks. Also, I don't understand why you capitalized did. Did you check out? John, Christian, send me a watch. LMAO. No. James, are you guys allowed to go out to stores? Yes, we are allowed to go out to stores for essentials. Alexander, Sarah, hello. What's going on, guys? What do I think about watches on Amazon? They look amazing, but they can't be that great if they're $5. Well, I actually, if one of my moderators want to link the episode we just did on the cheapest watch of Amazon, you can watch that. Lee Bishop, Jory, was Connie's birthday a blast? Unfortunately, not really, because everything was starting to get closed down. Unfortunately, March birthdays are kind of screwed. It was Connie's birthday on the 14th. Things started getting locked down, and then it was actually Austin. Some of you guys will remember Austin, my buddy. It was his birthday yesterday. You can't really do anything either. So March birthdays, kind of a bummer, because everything is locked down in the city. SoCal Watch Reviews, my wife just got laid off yesterday. Things are very depressing right now. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's going to be, unfortunately, with a lot of people in America, but a lot of people around the world are going to be out of a job because of these lockdowns and other terrible situations. So I'm sorry, man. Alexander, are people still buying watches? People are. We had an order this morning at the Time Teller shop. Someone bought the Wittenauer. So people are still buying watches, but I'm not going to run any form of sale during this to try to get people's money. It's just, I don't think that's okay. Paul says my 40th was this week. Well, I'm sorry about that. Have I ever thought of getting legacy plates for my Jeep? No. My Jeep doesn't really need a vanity plate. Wrist check. I'm wearing my Rolex 16800 Submariner matte dial. Are you going to cut your own hair, and can you stream it? Please respond. Marissa, certified T3 bot, and my sister. What's funny about that is my barber had to call me and was like, we have to cancel all the appointments. And I was like, you don't get it. I'm famous. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I was like, okay, stay safe. Defunk Legend with the super chat, thank you so much, says, with new releases, what's your favorite Seiko? Probably that blue dial tuna that came out. That looked really nice. I don't know the reference number. Let me look it up. Un momento. One second. Well, truly, I guess my favorite release out of anything they've released is the Seiko King Turtle. I really like that. But that blue dial tuna, can someone get me the reference number? I'm talking about the 55th anniversary. That's what I'm talking about. The 55th anniversary tuna. Matte blue dial with the red font. That looked very slick. I liked that a lot. Gypsy Bird Dog with the super chat as well. Do you take dial color into account when planning your watch collection so you don't end up with watches being blah, blah, blah? Here's the thing with... I don't understand this. I get a lot of questions about like planning a watch collection. I don't plan a watch collection. I buy watches on a watch-to-watch basis. So if I really like that watch, I'm going to get that watch. I'm not really going to be like, well, in my overall collection, it's... Now, typically what will make me like a watch is if it is maybe different than something I already have. So by proxy, yes, it probably will be a different dial color than you know, a watch I already have, but I don't really plan a collection in advance and then get those watches. I look at what I like and I get what I like, if that makes sense. Um, oh, Linares, what's your take on the new Jeep Gladiator? I really like it. I want the Rubicon Gladiator, but I wouldn't get rid of my Rubicon though for it. Jay Anderson, is international delivery going to be affected by this pandemic? Well, we sent one watch to Colombia a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and it still has not been delivered. It's in transit, but it still hasn't been delivered, and I think a lot of things are slowing down. So, um, it might. I don't. I can only speak for what is happening on my end. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, once it leaves our country, I don't know, but probably everything's going to be slowed down, unfortunately. Am I a Bayonetta main? On Super Smash? No. I used to be Star Fox a lot. Joel from Kansas. He says, hello from Kansas, dot, 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 Jory. What's going on? Omax says, hey, Jory, I was gone for some time. So glad to be back on your channel. Where were you? We missed you. Eric C-Pop says, hey, bro, took delivery of my $43 on the weekend. Couldn't believe it. Didn't even ask for it. My AD also said they had a root beer GMT. The root beer GMT is the one to get, in my opinion. Eric C. Pop says, seems like COVID-19 has stopped people growing out. Well, because I said that word, now this is demonetized. But yeah, it stopped everybody from doing everything. So yeah. I'm getting a work message right now. 1 second. Hey T3, have you played the Metal Gear series? Yeah, only forever. Metal Gear. Hold on. Where is it? Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the best GameCube game ever. Vince Goodrum's here. TDY Ranger, certified T3 boss says, Jory can't get enough salmon. I absolutely love salmon dial watches. Do I have any tattoos? No, I typically do not like them. I'm kind of, I think I'm a pretty decisive person. I think in business you have to be very decisive. But I think when it comes to something that's going to be like permanently on you, I don't think that I don't think I can make that kind of commitment. Kevin says, I don't know how. I don't know, but what does T3 actually... Oh, I don't know how I don't know, but what does T3 actually mean? You're going to feel really dumb. The Time Teller. TTT. It's a name that the viewers gave me. I didn't give it to myself, but it's a really cool name, so I'm glad. Brian, I heard that places in Hong Kong are starting to open back up. Heck yeah. Vince says the businesses are closed, but the gym is surprisingly open. That's crazy because everything, like the gyms were like one of the first things to close here, Vince. Not a big fan of date magnifiers. It's like a drop of water that's always there. Any complaints about that? Not from me. I love the Rolex Cyclops, but I understand. I mean, I understand different strokes for different folks. People don't like it. People don't like it. That's fine. Lee Bishop says feeding time. Yes. Well, I haven't eaten anything yet, so bring me some, would you? Omax says, dude, are you making your own coffee at home? It sucks to see the coffee shops take a hit. Gonna have to. You're gonna have to, because mostly everything is closed. Favorite micro brand? Well, I'm being paid by, I'm just kidding, I'm not. Boulder. Boulder is pretty much my favorite micro brand, and I'm not being paid, but according to the comment section on anybody's video whenever I mention them, it's that apparently I like am on the payroll, or apparently I own the company or something. I've heard some very weird conspiracies. Jonathan Hernandez, if you bring up Tom Brady going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers one more time, you will be banned. I've notified my moderators that if anybody brings up Tom Brady today, they will be banned immediately. Am I going to engrave TTT on the back of any watch? Probably not. I'm not a big fan of engraving on watches. At least not any watches I have now. Jory, Seiko Solar Tuna or Turtle? Neither. SBBN 031 7C46 Tuna. Jose, hey Jory, what do you think, or what's your take on the Certina DS1 big date about to pull the trigger? Let me check it out. Let me look up a picture. One of the benefits of just being chilling here is that I can look up a picture. Certina DS1 big date. Ooh, there's a 60th anniversary. Looks nice. Big date on the 6 o'clock. Was that a Powermatic 80? Yeah, it's a good movement. If you like that green color, then get it. It's not, that color is not for me. I couldn't really see myself wearing that color dial regularly, but yeah, I'm sure it's a great watch. The movement's awesome. So you haven't engraved the Reverso? No, I like the classic look, just keeping it clean. I'm not going to engrave that Reverso. Thoughts on Rado? I don't know anything about them. I've never seen a watch. Even the Captain Cook? Yeah, not a fan. What industry do I consult in? So it's general business, emphasis on marketing. So the world now is all on the internet, right? So setting up internet campaigns, talking about ad spend, direct sales, things like that. But the biggest emphasis is honestly copywriting. So, and a lot of people don't understand what copywriting is. I'm not talking about copyright trademarking. I'm talking about copywriting, as in creating copy. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's essentially writing compelling ads. Jory, what do I think of Jacob & Co? I get this question every live stream. Jacob & Co is a company that makes like works of art, but not watches anyone should ever wear. Does that make sense? Thoughts on the Casio Yellow? I think it's really cool. I actually really like that variant of it. Did I manage to get limited Worn and Wound Baltic collab? No, not interested, but it looked nice. William J, if you mention him again, 3 strikes, you're out. No Tom Brady, no Buccaneers, no Patriots. Do I have a knack for painting? No. Do I like the porcelain dial Seiko Prestige? Yes, absolutely gorgeous. Can I show the back of your watch on the wrist? I don't know. Well, Vince, I can't win, right? Whenever I mention Rolex, I'm a snob, and if I mention Invicta, I'm a snob. So yeah. So now Vince is also unsatisfied. He says, "You're way too generous in the Pro Diver review. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it, even though I own one with a nylon strap. Once you have a Rolex on, well, I'm just pulling your leg, Vince. But I was trying to be as fair as possible. I knew that if I hit the Invicta too hard, people would just roast me. So I tried to be as level-headed and as delicate as possible." Matt B, if you were going to drop the hottest mixtape of 2020, what would the title be? Probably Time's Up. Something cool like that. Hodges Japanese Pens. Going to watch the video now. I'll be back. Well, I'll see you in 34 minutes because that's the longest episode I've ever made on this channel. Lungu Christian says, best watch channel ever, love from Romania. Well, thank you so much. Romania in the house. Got love for Romania. Another really common question I get, Mark Bronson, thoughts on Long Island Watches micro brand and their upgraded SKX. So tell Mark to send me one. Tell Mark to send me one. Marlon Weiss, what do you do in the free time? What free time? Literally what free time? I have no free time. But now that I'm in lockdown, I'm putting a dent in this book. This is Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. So I'm reading. I've currently restarted Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX on my Game Boy. And I've been working out with my 50-pound vest and some water jugs because the weight room is closed. Vince Goodrum. To answer your question, just because I collect Invicta doesn't mean I love everything that comes out from the company. A lot of watches are just butt ugly. Amen, Vince. Same thing that goes for me in Seiko or Rolex. Just because I like those companies does not mean I like everything those companies make. I'm not beholden to a brand. So, yeah. Kevin, who would win, Jory's beard versus James Harden's beard? Me. Do I like Sherlock Holmes? Not really. My mom's a huge Sherlock Holmes fan. Can I cook? I'm actually a pretty decent cook. I prefer when Connie cooks for me. But pretty much everything I eat is not as good as my mom's cooking, so I was spoiled growing up. So my mom's the best cook, so pretty much the only thing I can make is a mess. Cowboy Swami with the super chat. What do you think of the new analog Frogman? Stay safe. I'm a big fan of the Frogman. Let's get a picture and I can tell you guys the number. Let's check it out. Which Frogman are you referring to? Did they make an analog Frogman? I am unaware of it, if it exists. So, didn't know. What are you eating as I shelter in my place? Omax. Well, luckily, Vince says beard would win. Luckily, the stores are still open. They don't want you going around and hoarding things. They don't want you spending too much time out and about. All the restaurants are open, but for takeout only or delivery. You can't go inside and eat in like a dining area. Drive-thrus are still open. So, yeah. Vince, I see you have an April O'Neil in the back. Didn't know you collected stuff like that. Very nice and valuable pieces. Vince, check this out. These are there's 3 levels. I was a huge Ninja Turtle guy. I was collecting this obviously before I started collecting watches because a lot of this stuff I had from the 90s. And I figured I'd just build a game room out of it. And this is kind of a little sanctuary away from work, you know what I mean? Do I like model building? No, I did it when I was little with my dad. We would build. I remember I built a Huey. I built an Apache. I built an A10 Warthog. I built a Corsair, and a Liberator. So I built some of that stuff when I was younger, but not anymore. One of my best friends, Andy, is really into Gundams, building Gundams. Fanuel says, have I ever reviewed the Baltic Aquascape? Here's the deal with Baltic. They wrote to me and asked if I could review their watches, and I replied yes, and then they ghosted me. They never replied. That was a year ago. I don't have any bad blood with that company. They still follow me on social media, but I said yes, I would review their watches, and they never got back to me. So it's whatever. Reed, my uncle, Reed Grabowski. What watch from today do I think will be a collector item 20 years from now? It's a really good question, Reed. I think there's a few watches that will be very, very sought after. Not necessarily because of rarity, but because of it being just simply so desirable. The Sarbo 33, probably not, Sam. It's a good watch, but it was just way too prevalent, right? They made way too many of them. It's just a very easy watch to find. To answer my Uncle Reed's question, I honestly think watches like the Grand Seiko Snowflake. It's not super rare. But the fact that that is one of the truest iterations of a spring drive movement, that's going to be a very sought after piece in the future. I think that was one of the best iterations of or examples of utilizing the spring drive, and I think 20 years from now people are going to be like, hey, remember that snowflake? So I think, yeah. Rivas, am I a PC gamer or console gamer? I think this speaks for itself. Console. The only PC game I play is Diablo, and I don't have time. I don't have time to play with any of this, guys. All of this stuff was from before I was the time teller. I keep it in a game room because it's fun to come here and look at, and then for times like this when I have to chill in here, I pick something up and I play with it. But Reed, why don't you answer that question? What do you think it will be? For me, I think it's going to be watches like the Grand Seiko Snowflake. I think the Alpinist is going to be an icon, but I don't think it's going to be rare. But yeah. What watch you wear that makes you feel invisible? Invisible or invincible? I don't wear a watch that makes me feel invisible. But Sam, have I ever dropped an expensive watch? Yeah, my Rolex Bubbleback. I dropped that onto the pavement. And I broke the crystal. It's good now, but yeah. Marlon, do I run a business besides YouTube? Yes. TheTimeTellerShop.com and JF Goodman Consulting Group. What time does my Bubbleback keep? Absolutely perfect time, because I had it fully serviced and fixed when after I dropped it. William J, certified T3 bot, says Jewish business consultant, freshly barbered. Not right now because my barber had to cancel all of the appointments. Sipping Vietnamese coffee, again, not right now. because we're in lockdown. Wearing Warby Parker glasses, driving a Jeep Rubicon or Subaru STI, 7.5-inch wrist, much larger biceps. Connie is the love of his life. I have a stack of photos right here that Connie had developed. And a lot of them are landscape photos. Here's one of Connie and I when we went ATVing together. That was a whole lot of fun. Here's a random picture of me with my first automatic watch ever, my LL Bean 9721. Here's my old 370Z in Sawtell, West LA. It's actually a really cool photo. You guys probably can't tell. Here's a picture I took of my Seiko SKX 007. A lot of these are landscape photos. Let me see if there are any other worthwhile photos. Here's my Hamilton Brock. Here's from my powerlifting days, my hands all torn up. You can see busted up hands there. Boy, these photos are ancient. And that's it. So yeah. Have I ever regretted buying an expensive watch? Not really. I'm very, 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 very picky. So I don't really get buyer's remorse. The easiest way to mitigate buyer's remorse is to make sure you're not, make sure you're buying exactly what you want, right? Take your time. Don't impulse buy. Reading comments. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Said the chat disconnected. Can you guys see me? 1 second, we're figuring this out. Can you guys see me? Okay, yeah, it says it was interrupted. All right, cool. Let me pop the chat back out. I don't know what happened. 1 second. Okay, cool. Everything's fine. Hold on. For some reason, my phone. 1 second, guys. More questions, guys. Why is my phone, for some reason, my phone keeps going dark as if I am not live streaming. This is the weirdest thing ever. 1 second. Live chat. How old were you when you got your first automatic Sadat? Probably 8 years old, around 8. What's my all-time favorite hypercar? I don't know if this is considered a hypercar, but probably Ferrari F40 or Porsche 959. Your opinion on watch size? Shouldn't be bigger. The lug to lug shouldn't be bigger than your wrists, and outside of that, wear whatever you want. I'm reading comments. Are people staying calm? Cartier tank. Okay, Sam. Cartier tank versus JLC Reverso. I already did that episode. Sorry, guys. Something's wrong with my phone. It's not picking up the fact that I am live streaming right now, and it keeps wanting to lock itself. Milcom, can you post the link to my JLC versus Cartier tank? Milk of the Moderator just posted a link of Tank versus Reverso. What do I think of Citizen? That's a good company, but it's not a company I'm super into. I own a few Citizens, but I'm not a huge Citizen guy. And it's not because they're bad. It's because people like what they like. Milcom is never not on point. He's always on point. Alvaro, what is the first video you did regarding watches? I'm thinking I should create a channel. Well, I don't know how that's totally relevant to you starting a channel. The first episode I ever made was on my Rolex bubbleback. So if you have a Rolex bubbleback, maybe start there and it'll work out for you. I don't know how that information is helpful, but good luck. Jay, Zelda is the greatest video game series of all time. It's appropriate comment giving T3 setting. Yep. Zelda DX. Thoughts on gold-plated watches? They're fine. Do you want me to link to my first video? No, don't. I don't want anybody watching the first video I ever did. Do not. I will lose all the subscribers I worked so hard for. Would you consider going to Baselworld? What Baselworld? What Baselworld? I had hair back then. I know, a lot more hair. What watch would I pair with an F40 or a 959? Probably the Gold Hoyer Carrera. That'd be dope. What did they say? Postponed versus canceled? Well, Baselworld 2020 is canceled. Let's be clear. Baselworld 2020 is happening in January 2021. So that's just Baselworld 2021. Baselworld is canceled, guys. It's not postponed. It's canceled. That's so silly. Oh, Baselworld 2020 is happening a year later, guys. Is that a Cloud Strife poster in the background? Yeah, it's Cloud. Goku and Pikachu. Kaiser, I don't like Assassin's Creed. What's your feeling on the triple black G-Shock Casio from @SteveB.Goodman? I don't know who Steve Goodman is. We're probably related, but I don't know what he has to do with it, but the Casio is kind of boring, but the yellow one and the green one look really cool. Will you do another salmon dial watch video? When I get another salmon dial watch, absolutely. A bitter watch experience for me. Probably that German watch that I reviewed. It just wasn't good. Milcom, you can link them to the review if you want. It just wasn't a great watch. Frank says, thank you for the very informative videos, and you got me going on Casio. Hope you're happy. Well, enjoy your G-Shock coming in, and yeah, I'm sorry that you're now part of the crippling addiction that is collecting watches, specifically G-Shocks. Seiko should revive the Sarbo 33 with a new one. They will probably charge $1,000 for it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They don't need to touch it. Zin any good? Yeah, Zin's a pretty cool company, man. No, never owned a calculator watch. Michael, I swim with my watches if it's a dive watch, or if it's like a waterproof field watch, but I don't shower with them. Not because it's gonna hurt them, but because usually I don't sleep with my watches on. So, yeah, I take my watch off. T3 shout out from Brooklyn. I like the Mario in the background. Is he wearing a Seiko tuna? Yeah. William J, certified T3 bot, says, I blame and love Jory for getting me started on this hobby as well. I'm so sorry. VDub 914 Daryl says, this is one of the more solid watch channels on YouTube, in my opinion. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. I think a lot of people are putting out some really great content, but I'm glad that you guys are here. S Goody. Oh, are you Steve Goodman? I just realized S Goody. You're probably Steve Goodman. Do you think that given the collapse of the Swiss watch sales in Asia, he says Asia / Hong Kong. Well, Hong Kong is in Asia, so you're good to go there. There might be more Rolex sports models available in the UK, USA. Yes. Yes, Mr. Goodman. I don't think prices will be cut, but I do think there will be more availability. You know what I do think will be cut? Are the wait lists. I think they're going to start contacting more people to start buying more of their watches, but I don't think there's going to be a price decrease. The Cousins Goodman. Thoughts on new Rolex Oyster Perpetuals versus vintage OPs? Finn, talk to Milcom. I made a video talking about why I don't like modern Rolexes. I do not like, and I explain exactly why. So, check that out. Evan says, gotta love Jory's videos. I just wish I'd found his channel before I bought the Movado Museum. Hey man, you gotta start somewhere, bro. It's all good. You gotta start somewhere. Michael says, nice to see a watch channel where the host doesn't speak in a British accent. So played out. Well, people get upset about how I people get upset why I how I pronounce things, so they don't like the American English. So funny. I love my UK viewers. I get a ton of UK viewers, right? A lot of them are not okay with how I say things, and they're like, the language is in the name. it's called English, not American. And I'm like, okay, you understand that there's different dialects. Like someone from London probably thinks that the people from Wales aren't pronouncing things properly, especially when they speak Welsh. Am I right? Uh, and then it's like, okay, you understand that like Australians speak English, but they speak a different dialect. Americans speak English, we speak a different dialect. Canadians say different things. It's perfectly fine. I don't understand how like they're unable to accept the fact that there's like differences. It's okay. And they definitely don't want to admit the fact that English is Germanic. So, I mean, there's that little factoid there. Thoughts on the Breitling Colt from the 90s? Garbage. I do not like the Breitling Colt. That is one Breitling I hate. I hate that watch. I hate it. I do not like the Breitling Colt. Do I have papers, box and papers for my bubble back from the 1940s? No, heck no. I don't even know what that watch would look like from 1940 that Rolex is from. I've never even seen a Rolex box that old. Thoughts on the Rolex 2 16570 versus the 16570? You must be new here, USDMX, because I own 16570. So that should tell you everything. That should tell you everything about how I feel. Moderators link the review, the first review. I think it was called Collectors Will Regret Not Buying This Rolex. But I'll summarize it for you, USDMX. The reason that the 16570 is, in my opinion, the better watch to get is because it has the slim lug profile, right? It wears like a field watch should, and believe it or not, that watch is a field watch. Also, just contrast-wise, I'm a bigger fan of red versus orange, so the red GMT hand is just much more appealing to me, and that's, you know, it's just my opinion. But USDMX, Milk and the Moderator, has a link. Watch collectors will regret ignoring this Rolex, so check that out. And that's when I first got the Explorer 2. Does the Breitling Colt appear oversized to you? No, it's just a very ugly watch. It's hideous. Gotta go, Joey. Bye, Jay. I don't know who Joey is, though. Vince Goodrum, Jory, had seen a 30s Marcel with paperwork, very bare and clearly typed out. It's pretty cool. But yeah, to answer that other guy's question, my Rolex from the 1940s does not have box or papers. That would be really cool if it did, but no. Chi-Town, California, certified T3 bot says, Jory, which celebrity footballer should I consult about buying a Tudor? I saw it in a pawn shop. It was captivatingly shiny. I had to walk in. David Beckham. TDY Ranger with the super chat. Thank you so much. Jay Anderson, I'm just pulling your leg. I know you know my name. TDY Ranger, what watch do you own that you think is the most stealth cool? Stealth cool. Actually, we just spoke about it. If I'm totally honest, the 2940, the Rolex Bubbleback 2940. No one knows what that is, and it probably looks like this little ugly thing because most people think it's, I don't know. There's a percentage of people that think it's ugly and like hideous, and then the majority of people think it's really freaking cool. But honestly, I think the Bubbleback, it's little, it's kind of low profile, and it's just a badass watch. Matt B, you got to enjoy the watch you got. Don't worry about my opinion. You asked me about how I felt about the Breitling Colt. I just don't like it, but don't worry about it. Dems with the super chat says Omega Speedmaster FOIS or Speedy Reduced. Go FOIS. The reduced. If you get the reduced, you'll wish you got the other one. Omax says, dude, can't wait to celebrate 100,000 viewers around the corner, Jory. Dude, we broke past 5,000 subscribers in the last 28 days, which is like a lot for 1 month, for me, at least for this channel. So I'm very, very, very happy about that. And 100,000 seems like a real possibility, which is amazing. I'm so happy about that. How often do you tend to rotate your watches, and if one doesn't get worn, do you sell it? No, there's a lot of watches that I own that I just don't wear that often because I own so many. But Steven, it more has to do with if I never wear it. If I'm like not even interested in wearing it, then I sell it. Raj says, Jory, you will go beyond 100,000 soon, bro. Good luck. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I hope so. That'd be amazing. No, there is such thing as a British accent, Rick Green. There has to be. For instance, when people speak Spanish, if they're not speaking it authentically, like Spaniards Spanish, they're not speaking it with the proper accent. That's just the way that a person articulates their language. Saying that you're speaking with an English accent, to say, oh no, well I'm English, so I'm just speaking English. Yeah, but you are speaking it in a certain way. The articulation and affectation of how you pronounce your words, guess what? That is known as an accent. So there is a British accent. There is an English accent. Americans do not speak it that way. There is technically an American accent as well. So, yeah, it's just a fact. Gabe, I really should do a room tour. Jonathan Hernandez, gotta go tell 6,900 friends to hurry up and subscribe. You know what you can do, guys? There's 151 people here. Hear me out. If each one of you tells 10 people to subscribe, and then those 10 people tell 10 more people to subscribe, we could start, you know, and it goes on and on and on. Do it. Exponential growth, baby. Amen. Jory 19. Jory 19. Subscription chain letter. Spread the word. T3 Revolution. Dap, 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 dap. Go Bruins, says, I'll do my best, buddy. You rock. Thank you so much. It'll happen, guys. It'll happen. I'm not too concerned. The goal isn't purely getting subscribers. It's having fun and just sharing my passion with you. If it's not fun for me, then I'm not doing it right. And if it's not fun for you, then guess what? I'm not doing it right. So, yeah. That's like 11 people. When I was little, I thought that 11 was a real number, so don't joke about that. And when my mom told me it wasn't, I didn't believe her. I was like, this lady. LT Certified T3 Bot says, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much, man. Well, trying. We are trying. John, Certified T3 Bot, Jory, are you still employing your toupee man, or did you have to let him go? I didn't let him go, but unfortunately, the barber canceled all the appointments. So yeah, there's no appointments. So I didn't let him. I guess technically they let me go. Matt B says Jory's channel is awesome. Thank you so much. Jory, have I ever done a video on jump hour mechanical watches? Yes, I have. Check out, I did, it was with the Christopher Ward jump hour. I don't know if Milcom can find that episode, but I reviewed it and like no one saw it. No one watched that video. But yeah, very cool complication. I actually really like it. Haha, Chris says 15. Well, 15 is closer to 15 than 11 is to anything, because 11 doesn't exist, so. Brian Carpenter says, Jory has the greatest content. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Grim Weeper. I saw a YouTuber who said one shouldn't buy an expensive quartz watch because they can be ruined forever. Can you please clarify? Well, I didn't say that. So I don't know how I can clarify a statement I didn't say. So yeah. I don't know. I can't clarify that. I mean, but there's a lot of ways a watch can be ruined forever, though. Like, what are we talking about? Like, ran over? Or, like, dropping it in some water? I don't know. Milcom is a beast. Do I own any cool pens? I use a Montblanc Meisterstück roller ball in the office. I'm just a casual when it comes to pens. I'm not a huge pen guy. Pen 15 gang. Hodges says, okay, I'm back. You were very fair in the Pro Diver video. Hey, you actually watched it. Thanks, man. Seiko versus G-Shock, kind of incomparable, right? I don't know how we would compare those two, but... Gotta go, Jory. Okay, Brian, have a good one, man. Nice to see you. Peace. What's my sun sign? I don't know. Sun sign. That sounds like sin san, which is how you say sir in Cantonese. Changman sin san. G-Shock Mudmaster all day. I say Seiko Tuna all day. Chengman. No, I'm saying excuse me. Chengman sin san. It's like how you would walk up to someone and be like, excuse me, sir. My pronunciation, my accent is probably really bad, but I know, at least I know how to say it. Chengman sin san, naisik sik tang yangman. Yangman, ah. Excuse me, sir, do you speak English? That's like the #1 thing that I say. Because I have to get that out of the way real quick. I'm like, yo, excuse me, do you speak English? Ngo hai mei quat yan. Excuse me, sir, do you speak English? I'm American. Like, please help me. Jory, Sunsight is about your core beliefs and personality. Well, Vince, you're going to have to figure that out for me. Because I know nothing about that, but maybe if I had greater insight, it would help me out. Hello, man. Greetings from Greece. What's going on? How's my Hebrew? Not great. Let me put it this way. After my bar mitzvah, I was like, later. I'm just kidding. That's not true. I still believe, but I think most of my studying was pretty much done after that point. TDY Ranger says, T3, keep up the great content while we're on lockdown. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for the super chat. We will try to function as we're going to try to function like business as usual, right? We can't let this stop us. So bad things are happening. We got to continue to make good decisions, but we got to still function. We can't let this, you know, scare us into like quicksand. Have a great one, TUI. Say hi to the wife. What phone do I have? Just an iPhone 10. I think it's a 10. Vince says, can't help you with that, Jory, but it's an astrology thing. That's something my ex-husband was big into. Maybe Connie knows something about that. I actually don't know. I'll have to ask her if she knows anything about that. I have one friend actually that is into like numerology and stuff. I feel like he would probably know about that. Maybe I'll ask him. Do you have a run on watches as there were only 2 that weren't sold? Do you have a run on watches as there were only 2 that weren't sold? Robert, I don't understand that question. Can someone help me? We're on lockdown in Illinois too. Yeah, pretty much everywhere in the U.S. Pretty much every big city. And I'm sure surrounding areas. Yeah, no, I understand you're referring to my website, but I don't know. What do you mean, do I have a run on watches? I don't know what that means. Do I have a run? Do I have a sale? No, I will not be running sales at this time. A lot of companies are trying to run sales, taking advantage of people right now. And they're trying to get as much money as they can. I'm not going to take advantage and like, what am I, like, what, quarantine sale? Like, that's in poor taste. I'm not going to do that. If you want a watch, you can email me and we can, if you want to inquire about a watch, you can email me and we can potentially work something out. But I'm not, Robert King's teaching me about business. He says, when you have a run on something in sales business, it means you run out of products. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. We only have 2 watches at the shop right now. Everything's sold. I'm not going to be adding new inventory until this kind of blows over. We'll see what happens, guys. I don't know what the future is going to hold but I mean, this is sounding so negative. The Time Teller shop's not going anywhere. Okay, we are in business. We are open. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to be running any sales right now to take advantage of people that like, and again, what could I do? A quarantine sale? It's just so silly. But yes, we only have 2 watches left. Something sold today, so people are still buying. And I don't mean I'm gonna wait for everything to finish. What I mean is, give me 2 weeks, and I might like restock. But we need to figure out what we're doing here. I only do. Yeah, Milcom, he only puts a handful of watches in each restock. Yeah, the average number of watches in each restock is 4. I do this because I actually spend a lot of time looking for those watches. And no, Robert, I got it now. Thank you. I'm just explaining things on my end. No, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I only add about 4 watches each restock, and it's because I want each collection to coincide with each other. I want it to be a very curated inventory. I don't want to fill it up with just random vintage watches that I find. Anybody can do that. Aren't some quartz watches repairable? Some are. A lot of them you just have to buy a new movement. Like the 7C46 in the Seiko Tuna is serviceable. A lot of quartz watches are not serviceable. Vince says, I'm no longer in the vintage watch business. I think it's a bad time to price haggle when things and times are so tough. Yeah, you're probably... I'm going to stick with it, but I understand that there's a lack of appeal. But there's a risk of doing business, period. So... Dima says that I need to look up the Invicta 31277. Let me see. Man, why the heck is my phone doing that? It keeps going dark and then wanting to lock. Something happened when we lost connection and my phone is not understanding that I'm live streaming right now. Hey, look, Invicta... Invicta is now made a Seiko tuna. You cannot be serious. Holy cow, dude. Seiko Samurai. Sorry, Seiko Samurai. You've got to be joking. Invicta literally made a Seiko Samurai. Holy cow. This is absurd. What's the pricing on that? Okay, $498 for a Patty Samurai. Guys, someone find pricing on this Invicta atrocity. That is unbelievable. Unreal. Yeah, Vince, I know they copy Rolex and stuff, but for them to straight up copy Seiko, what the heck? That is unreal. That is unreal. Would I ever bring a vintage Invicta to the time teller shop? Yeah, I have. I had a Sealand chronograph, Landron 48. Sealand went on to become Invicta. I cannot believe Invicta made a samurai homage. Unreal. Thank you for that, Dima. That is absurd. Oh my god. How much is it? What's the pricing on that, guys? Milcom, send me a link. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to review it. That is absurd. If someone can find me one, if someone can find me a samurai, I'm going to put them back to back. You can't be serious, dude. Actually, I don't even know how many views that would get. Raj says the Samurai isn't even a good watch to copy, so perversely, I don't mind. Jerry, looking to get a watch to celebrate 25 years of service. Your recommendation? There's 2 watches left at the time teller shop, I think. Check those out. I cannot believe Invicta did that. That just derailed the entire live stream because I'm just absurd. Link to that Invicta joke. Someone send him a link. Hold on. I'm sending it. I just sent that link to the Invicta. Oh my god, that is unreal. Michael, Joey, I gotta bail out. Great live stream, brother. Really enjoy your channel. Best wishes to everyone. Peace. That is unreal. Why that watch? Like, why that watch? Do they think no one would notice? Michael says, Jory, I got you. It's just funny to read my name when it's spelled incorrectly because I have a weird name. Yeah, copy the SKX, dude. I just can't believe that. I wasn't aware of it either, Jory. I'm on their mailing list. I don't think this watch is available. Yeah, it's just funny that it's on their website. LT brings up a good point. Funny, it probably has a Seiko movement. Yeah, it probably has a Seiko Instruments Incorporated movement with that Seiko design. Is the Samurai the Hublot of Seiko divers? Seiko makes some ugly watches, guys. Okay? Seiko has some ugly watches. It has an NH35. Yeah, that's a SII movement. That's a Seiko Instruments Incorporated movement. So that has a Seiko movement in that Seiko designed case with the Seiko designed dial and bezel. Unreal. That is so funny, dude. Am I not a fan of the new Seamasters? Which one? Which one? Stephen Goodman, I really like Boulder. Are we talking about the James Bond? Because I like the new James Bond Seamaster. I have no issue with that. I don't like that It doesn't need the helium escape valve. It doesn't need that valve. But everything else I actually really like about it. And the patinated indexes they're really cool. So, yeah. But Boulder, I really like Boulder. Can Seiko sue Invicta? I don't know what type of copywriting they have. So. But yeah, that is crazy. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about something else because I don't want to talk about Invicta for the rest of the live stream. Not a huge Aquaterra guy. Not for me. I think it's a great watch, but not for me. I don't like smart watches. They're not watches. They're just phones on your wrist. Just you can wear both. I don't think they're mutually exclusive. Glycine's getting ruined as well. They're getting ruined by Invicta. Thoughts on Eniker watches. One of my grails, the Sherpa Guide. Now, I've actually seen that watch. Hold on. That's a good looking watch. Dual crown. I'm all about that. What's the sizing on that? Let me see. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. Will I ever get a Jorn? I'm not really into Jorn. Some of the stuff I really like, some of the stuff I really don't. The closest thing I would ever do with FP Jorn would be their, well, it's not theirs. It's the Cartier Monopressoir, the Tortue. And that was developed by a few watchmakers worked together, and F.P. Journe was one of them. So that's the closest I think I would ever want an F.P. Journe, is the Cartier Tortue Monopissoir. Jory, if you watch to see a 64mm watch, model 24329. 24329. Okay, hold on. Golly. Oh my. Who wears this? Oh my. No thanks, man. Looks like something Ben 10 wears. Oh man. No thanks. Here's the deal. I sold my Black Seamaster Professional last year. Really want it back. I'm torn between the previous gen that I had and the new wave dial. Why'd you sell it? SKX is a value proposition. Yeah, I don't see how it couldn't be. Right? $200, great watch. I still wear mine. Sakari 1138 certified T3 bot. Hoping to buy my first Rolex within 1 to 2 years. Should I go for a vintage 16600 Sea Dweller or a new Explorer Sea Dweller? Artec. Hi. Yeah, Sea Dweller. Zin 104 or Seiko Tuna? Seiko Tuna. Yeah, LT I have. I haven't seen anything I really like, but the Milcom brings up a good point. The Zin 104 and the Tuna are very different watches. Let's just get that straight. Did I smash my Pro Diver yet? Not yet. I'm gonna make a few episodes with it, and then the deal was that I have to break it on camera. So that video was sponsored by one of my channel members. He bought the watch for the channel. His only stipulation was that eventually on camera I need to break it, which I will happily do. Here's the deal. I say that all the time. I'm a businessman. Freedom. I'm a businessman. Bear with me. Our tech from India. What's going on, India? Have I seen Monta watches? Yeah, of course I've seen Monta watches. Phoebus as a low-priced brand. I've reviewed 2 Phoebus watches, I believe. I don't think the Bull of a Lunar Pilot has shot up in price. Let me see. Nope. Nope, you can get them for $316. $316. The prices stayed the same, man. The prices have not gone up on the Bulova. Why not give away the Pro Diver? Someone may actually enjoy it. Well, Travis, because someone sponsored the episode, and it's their rules. They bought it for the channel. They told me what I should do with it, and because I'm a shill, I'm a shill. Oh, Jory's a shill for the Invicta. He bought it for the channel, so I'm going to do what he asks. I have to break it on camera. Sorry. What do I think of Monta? I think they're pretty cool. We're working out a review. I actually have to sign some insurance paperwork for them. And then we'll get some here to review. Jim Bianchi, my Rolex finally arrived. Love it. Can I break it now? Nope. Doing it in an episode. Beep boop. Destroy the watch. Raj says, I'm enjoying this escape from the madness. I hope everyone else is. Just what I need. By the way, did I see the WW collab with Baltic Salmon Dial? Yeah, I've seen it. Didn't review it. Baltic is one of those companies that asked me... Let me put it this way. They asked me back when I had 56,000 subscribers. I remember because I recently came across the message. They asked me back when I had 56,000 subscribers if I wanted to review one of their watches. I said yes. They never got back to me. Well, guess what? I'm just under 100,000 subscribers. And I bet they want to be on my channel now, boy. Too bad. Vic, any plan on an Orient Triton review? Yeah, probably. John, certified T3 bot? Yeah, Notice also ghosted me. You should run over Invicta with Warpig. That's actually exactly what I'm going to do, Mark. Probably going to run it over with Warpig, and then I'm going to hit it with a hammer. Perhaps light it on fire as well. I don't know. The Loom Room says, great channel. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Seiko STO Manta Ray models? I'm going to be perfectly honest. Seiko has disappointed in 2020. I know a lot of people are saying good job because they have such large releases. Let's take a look. I'm not a big fan of Seiko 2020. Make a band hammer and then smash it, yeah. Break the one of the very few Invictas you actually felt wasn't that bad of a watch. Let me be clear, Daniel. It's still an Invicta, and it's still not great, okay? I said for the money. I got it under $100, and so it's not terrible, but then a lot of people in the comment section were saying, whoa, whoa, hold on. I swam with it, and water got in the case. And then the other people were like, yeah, the threading on the crown doesn't keep water out. And I've heard other people say it broke after a month. So sounds like it actually might not be a great watch. How about old Invictas before their transformation? They're fine. I made an episode talking about the only Invictas to get. Also, I owned a vintage Invicta. It was a Sealand chronograph, Landron 48. I reviewed it, I put it on the site, and I sold it. It's a great watch. John, that's a good idea. There is Milcom with the link, The Only Invictas Worth Buying. Go ahead and check that out, where I list some very cool vintage Invictas. Marlon says, I just dropped my Seiko Turtle SRP 775 from about, what is that? It's still working. Dude, I dropped my, comments are moving fast. What is going on? Technology. I dropped my Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot 4 times. Well, I didn't drop it. I have a bureau. It's like a chest that's about this high. It's over here. And my Oris was on top of it. And Link pushed it off the bureau like 4 times. Should have learned my lesson after the first time. But, yeah, it still keeps perfect time. So, good job, Oris. What's my biggest watch selling regret? I don't have any. I don't have any at all. Yeah, I'm very happy. What's my favorite collectible sitting on the shelves behind you in this game room? Well, in this shelf specifically, because it's all over. It is all over in this room. But in this shelf specifically, there is a game right here called Magic Knight Rayearth. And it's for Sega Saturn. And this is like the best game ever. It was so fun. It's like an action RPG. It has like straight up actual cutscenes, like with audio and everything. The Sega Saturn was way ahead of its time, by the way. Absolutely love that game. Really, 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 really cool game. What was my very first watch? My very first watch ever was I mean, I was given like swatches when I was really little, and then I got a baby G. But my first I remember I was in New York. I was in Manhattan, and my dad bought my sisters and I each a baby G, and I had a gray one. And it had the bull bars on it. I loved that watch. I loved that watch. So cool. One of my sisters got like a baby blue one, and then my other sister got a pink one. But my first automatic watch is a Hamilton LL Bean Dial 9721 RAF limited edition. I didn't know anything about that, but my dad bought it for me when I was like 8. I don't think he really knew anything. I mean, he knew about Hamilton. He didn't know that it was like the RAF limited edition. But he just, we were in LL Bean and he just got it. So, did I collect games before watches? Yeah, because I was a kid in the 90s. So most of this stuff is from the 90s. Obviously not like the Nintendo Switch stuff, but most of this stuff is from the 90s, and I still have it. Favorite car? If you're talking about my Grail, probably 1993 Porsche 911 RS America in Guards Red. I wish that I could own that car. Roman, get the Alpinist. People not setting time on their watch a pet peeve for you. It bothers me. I don't really care what people do with their watches. People think I'm like some weird, like, oh, like all the trolls that want to talk about me are like, he tells people what to do. It's like, no, I'm just voicing my opinion just like you're doing. But I don't care which wrist you wear it on or what you want to set the time with. I mean, do whatever you want. The best collectible in the room. I have so many really cool things in here, guys. I have Final Fantasy VII complete up here. You can see it right here. That's really cool. It's hard to say the best, right? The best. This case, it's a 3-tiered case. There's 3 of these boxes here of Ninja Turtles figures. This is probably my favorite thing in here, honestly. This is probably, I can pick myself. Okay, I'm just kidding. This case of Ninja Turtles is probably like my favorite thing in here because my mom helped me collect this. This like Ninja Turtles remind me of my mom because she would like watch it with me and she would like play with me, and so that was my favorite. My favorite was always, so I love each Ninja Turtle. Okay, let me be clear, but I always wanted to see myself as Leonardo, like the leader. But then I also really liked Raph because he was like the anti-leader. You know what I mean? But then I also really like Michelangelo because he's a party dude. And then Donatello because he had all the cool technology. So it's like, yeah. I don't know what the best is. But, I mean, the Final Fantasy VII is really cool. I have a copy of Chrono Trigger in this case over here. What's something cool that I could show you? I mean, all of this is really cool. So right here is a character called Chrome Dome, and it's Warrior Chrome Dome. And if you want to Google that, Warrior Chrome Dome, the Ninja Turtle figure, that was super, super difficult to get. And it's like complete, totally sealed, unopened. That was like the hardest to find. So that is really cool too, but you guys probably don't really care about action figures, so. Oh, that's absolutely dreadfully ghastly, darling. Yeah, what if I spoke like that? Steven Goodman, have a good one. Would you rather have to get rid of your Subaru or all your watches? Probably my Subaru. I love it. I've always wanted an STI. I've always wanted a rally car, but I mean, I'm in the watch business, so yeah. Later, Mr. Goodman. Chrono Trigger rules. Tips during shelter in place. Find anything is weight as long as it weighs something, right? I've been lifting with water jugs. So, yeah. Six Killer, the best collectible is Jory's time. Amen to that, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pull the trigger on the new visitor watch. I don't know anything about that. Matt B, yeah, I could. That'd be fun, actually. Thoughts on the BMW M1? You're speaking to the wrong guy. I'm not a BMW guy. The only BMW I've ever liked was the E30 M3. That's it. So. I wish we could get those, yeah, the Lancia Deltas. Dude, I wish. Yeah. Do I always only wear one watch? Yeah. I only ever wear one watch, but that's just me. If you want to wear multiple, hey man, you got 2 wrists and 2 ankles. And if you have a long enough strap, I suppose you could wear one around your waist. I only ever wear one watch at a time, though. I'm going to be perfectly honest, though. The best Lancia is a 037, okay? The 037. The Rally 037 is the coolest Lancia ever. If I could get one of those, can you believe that? In the martini colors, so cool. Yeah, so cool. Does my dad still rock the John Wick watch every day, or does he keep rotating? He rotates it. I think I just got the his two-tone date 1500 serviced, so he's been wearing that one a lot as well. What else has he been wearing a lot? Yeah, he's been wearing a bunch of stuff. When Final Fantasy VII was released, the entire US Army in Europe shut down for a week. We were all playing it in the barracks. That is awesome. I was very young when it came out, and I still played it religiously. It is the best game ever. I love that game so much, Final Fantasy VII. You ever get into retro video game emulators? Not really, because I own all the games, so I just play them natively. Have I ever considered having guests on this channel, member collections or reviews? I don't like doing collection reviews for my viewers because I don't want them to take it the wrong way. Collecting is a very personal thing. So my opinion on your collection is irrelevant. So that's why I don't do collection reviews. This is all trash. No, I don't do that. Favorite sports teams: Boston Bruins, New England Patriots, and Boston Red Sox. And I don't like basketball. So, yeah. Please show us all your Seikos. Well, get me to 100,000 subscribers and you will get a state of the collection. Robert, oh my god, Boston boy here. Well, I lived in New England for 20 years, so. Praktikan Harvard, yeah. I'm a New Englander. How much would it cost to buy one of each modern Seiko? I don't know, you do the math. I'm in Western Mass. Very cool. What did I get my girlfriend for Hanukkah? Oh man, what did I get her? I don't remember what I got her. I think it was a camera lens. Right? Milcom, what did I get her? I think I mentioned it. Yeah, but I don't remember if the lens was for Valentine's Day or if it was for Hanukkah. Hanukkah was a while ago. I got her some $900 camera lens recently. It was either for Hanukkah or for... It was really expensive. Photography is very expensive, guys. So... LT with the super chat. Thank you so much, bro. He says, stay positive all. We got this. Guys, we need to stay positive because that's the #1 thing that's going to get us through all of this. I promise. Physical health aside, your mental health is key. My girlfriend's always buying me great watches. That's true. That is absolutely true. Marlon says, cheap car and expensive watch or vice versa? Do whatever you want. There's no right answer. You know, people are very funny about this. And here's what's notice I don't see his hands. I don't understand. I don't know if that's like a dirty joke. LT, have a good one. Stay safe. What movies do you like? What do you think about James Bond movies? I love James Bond. I grew up watching that stuff. Come on. Here's what's so expensive car or cheap watch or vice versa. People are very rude about this. So okay, I own a 2006 Jeep Rubicon. All right, absolutely love that watch, or that car. Jeeps remind me of my dad. My dad had a Jeep when he met my mom. My dad also had a DeLorean, if you can believe it. But that Jeep TJ Rubicon was the last of that year. I've done pretty much... What are you wearing, Jeep Rubicon? You can go to my Instagram and check out that Jeep. I've done pretty much everything there is to do. 5.5-inch long arm kit, 35-inch tires, lockers front and rear, fully geared, everything. And Connie and I use that a lot to go camping and to go on trips, and I have a ton of memories with that car. But I've always wanted a rally car. Like, I've always wanted a rally car. Now, the US, we didn't get the 22B STI. We didn't get the WRC Subarus. And ever since the WRX was released in North America, I remember having, I think it was a Car and Driver magazine. We were in an airport, in Logan Airport in Boston, flying out west. And I saw an ad for that car, and I asked my dad, hey, when I can drive, can I get that? And my dad said, that's a lot of car for you, dude. And that bummed me out. And I was like, I'll show you, Dad. I will own a rally car. I will own this car. And so now, I mean, I'm 30, but I'm very happy that I own an STI. It's a goal of mine, and I love it. And I'm not slamming it. I'm not freaking ruining it. I'm building it like a rally car should be built. And it is gorgeous, and it's much faster than my driving capability, okay? It's faster than I can drive it, all right? So, but what I'm trying to say is that what's more car, the STI or the 370? STI, okay? The 370 was a gutted track build. That was so fun. And when I met Connie, she loved it. And it was like, ooh, it's so loud. And it was like really fun. And it handled really well. It was loud as heck. But then after a while, you know, it was really loud. And it was stiff as a board. And it reeked of gasoline every time we'd be at a stoplight. Because, I mean, there were some things going on that I did with it. And it just became, I'm 30 now. So I needed a more responsible car. But the STI is much more car. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I was so excited that I got an STI. Air Review says 2006, time for a new car. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I own 2 cars now. I own a 2019 STI also. But Air Review, you're one of the people that I'm talking about. I was so excited to get the STI, and I posted a picture of it on my Instagram. People were like, oh, this guy owns 6 Rolexes and he drives a Subaru. I'm like, all right, how many Rolexes do you own? What do you drive? Exactly, that's my point. So, people are jealous and insecure, and they're miserable with their own lives, so they try to bring you down. So, yeah. It is what it is. I'm miserable, but I bring people up. That's true. Best James Bond, Sean Connery. Milcom has a link to Connie's Instagram if you want to check her out. What did I get her for her birthday? Ooh, it hasn't come in yet. Because it was very hard to find, so I had to buy it online. She's not here right now, I don't think. She's not watching the stream. But I got her the full makeup set, limited edition Sailor Moon makeup set from ColourPop that everyone's been trying to find, and it was all sold out. But I have my connections, so I ordered, she only wanted like one thing from it, but I ordered the whole set, and it was very hard to find for her. But I'm the time teller, so I snatched it up, and she doesn't know yet, unless she watches this live stream, which I don't think she is. But I ordered it all, and it's coming in, and then it'll be here. So. And she loves Sailor Moon because she is an Asian girl. That's not racist, by the way. That's just true. Romance is still alive. Good to know, Jory. Want to know how to turn that gray thumbs up under your screen into a blue one? Click it. Does she listen to Future Funk? I don't know what that is. I don't think so. But yeah, those were her words. When we first met, I had 2 seasons of Sailor Moon ordered on iTunes on my phone. And she was like, we were on my phone and we were looking for something to watch. We were hanging out and she saw Sailor Moon and I was like, oh, I really like Sailor Moon. Like, is that weird? And she turns to me and she's like, I'm an Asian girl. I want to be Sailor Moon. And I was like, okay. Heck yeah. We all love watching Sailor Moon transformation. Yeah, I know why you like it. Robert, thoughts on Tom Brady? You will be banned. Robert, I told everyone if they mention Tom Brady in this live stream, they will be banned. You know what? You're bothering me. So, you just get banned. I love having power. The one thing I can control in my life. What's the longest live stream you've done, Jory? I don't know, Malcolm. You tell me, bro. I have no idea. But anyway, speaking of which, my phone is at 10%, so I'm going to have to end it, unfortunately. Guys, if you have any quick-fire questions, you can ask me a couple. I'll answer like 4 more questions, and then I gotta go because my phone is running out of juice. Mappy, I don't know what you're talking about. Best everyday watch under 200? I don't know. Check out the Star King review that I just did. Zangief. Look at me. Zangief, obviously. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. One second. Favorite Sailor Moon? Easy. Sailor Mars. One Halloween, Connie dressed up as Sailor Mars. I have that picture, and it's a good one, but I'm not sharing it with you guys. Apple should put bigger batteries in their phones. That's true. Have I considered making retro gaming content? Yeah, people that know that I have all this stuff have asked me to start a gaming channel. I probably could with everything I have. I probably won't. Jim Bianchi says, thanks for the distraction. Dude, we gotta stay upbeat, man. Shaked says, hey Jory, any good alternative for the Explorer 1016? Probably a Smith. The Smith Field Watch. Omax, I see you around, Jory. Be safe. Stay blessed. Thank you so much, man. But guys, we're going to end this because my phone is dying. So I'm going to... I wish I could stay longer. Here's the deal. Because I always say, here's the deal. Things are very... like, the world wants us to believe, oh, it's so uncertain. No one knows what's going to happen in the future. That's the truth. That's the truth every day. Okay? But now the media is telling us, oh, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Oh my gosh. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's true every day. Literally every second, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So them saying this now, when people are scared, why be scared when you can be strong? Okay, why be fearful when you can be grateful? Okay, I sound really preachy and really cheesy, but hear me out. Okay, don't focus on the uncertainty. Don't focus on what could go wrong. Focus on what's right. Focus on what you have right now. Okay? Don't stress, because guess what? That's not going to change. You being scared, you panicking, you stressing is not going to change anything. So do not stress, okay? Make good decisions. I'm not saying throw caution to the wind and go outside and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm saying live your life. Wash your hands. Make the best decisions you can. But just chill, all right? And whenever you're feeling anxious or whenever you're feeling uncertain, take inventory of your life and be very grateful for what you do have, all right? That's advice for you. And don't let the toilet paper bandits get you all freaked out, all right? I'm not freaked out. As my Uncle Reed just said, this too shall pass. So guys, with that, stay safe, stay blessed, get out of your comfort zone. I'm not saying get outside and break the rules. I'm saying stay strong, all right? Be happy, be grateful, be thankful, and tell someone you love them, especially right now, okay? Just because you can't go out and see someone doesn't mean you can't interact, all right? Call up that person that you've been meaning to call up. You got time, right? Go tell someone on the phone, hit them up, send them a text message. Maybe send them an email. Be like, hey, I'm thinking about you. You need anything? Tell someone you love them. Seriously, now more than ever, tell someone you love them. I'm going to start it off, guys. I love you, each and every one of you. I'm thinking about you. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. Don't be anxious. T3's got you, and the T3 Army is the strongest of all, I promise. Guys, I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. And guess what? We will prevail. I love you guys. Stay blessed.